Hello everyone, Akinov here, and welcome back to Xenogears. When we last left off, we were going to search for these Etones. So where better to search than the beer hall. I know who we're looking for, but they're not in the beer hall. Okay. I'm also going to save because I haven't yet. Adrift at Sea, Betrayal. Betrayal was the last one that happened, so we'll override this one that we saved during. So let's go check out the bridge. Captain? The Etones, oh, those guys who were here earlier. They're saying they had to go investigate something that might be on deck near the supply entrance. Okay. So let's go to the deck. You know, we might actually find something. Or we might not. We might just wind up looking around here and be like, oh, there's nothing here for us. Oh well, too bad. Or they might be at the supply entrance. Either ways, I have an idea of who I'm looking for because of stuff, but I don't know if they're actually here. But one thing I can do while I'm here is I can refuel my gears. Tune up, fuel, and fuel. I'm gonna need this fuel even more than ever now because the Virgin has aeroids which are very, very powerful, but cost a lot of fuel to use. So I have found nothing so far. So that's not doing me any good. Looking around and finding nothing. I'm bad at this. Maybe they're in this area here. Etone? I saw him earlier, but he left. Really? Where'd they go? I don't know. What are you doing, Margie? Hi, Bart. I just heard from Etone. I also was looking for that Etone. This person seen that Etone before. Really? Hey, quit resisting. Bart, look. You wouldn't resist. If you wouldn't resist, I could sell you for more. What are you doing? What the? Who are you? Instead of the brat, why don't I sell you off? What, you want some? Coming. You think you're all that? What? What the? You, what are you doing? Wait, this guy's... Oh no! Jashia! Damn, I'll remember this! We got some scum on here. What do you think you're doing? Don't move. Wait! Shut up, you dog of Solaris. Wait. A carbine rifle. That gun technique. You must be Jashia. No, Jashia, you are misunderstanding. You always rush into things. She was only helping that girl. What? Butt-kissing talker, is that you, Hugo? Girl ... Yeah, I know, Premier. My misunderstanding. Sorry, young lady. Please stand up. Looks like you were just trying to help. That's what she says. Sorry about the misunderstanding. This is Premier, my daughter. Call me Jessie. It's enough that the little brats call me Jashia. ... She says thank you. Something happened to her and she hasn't spoken since then. Is this the girl that brought about your shotgun wedding? That's a damn rude thing to ask. Look at how old she is. Priya is my second child. The other kid is already 16. Please excuse me. How's your wife? She's dead. I wasn't even there for her when she died. I see. What are you doing here? I have to go shopping sometimes. Besides, my son has some unsavory business in this area. That Etone you were looking for has just arrived. What? Where? Is the reason why, so... somehow we need your help. I see. Quit beating around the bush and just help. Father, and Prim too? This is my son Billy. Where have you been until now? Things are pretty serious at the headquarters. What do you mean serious? What's wrong with going out shopping with my daughter? I don't know the details, but you have been labeled as an undesirable element. What did you do this time? Fight? Gamble? Go after someone's wife again? That's just a rumor about me. A rumor! Don't you believe that ever since you went into the Ethos you've become such a stiff? This lady prevented Premier from getting kidnapped. Why don't you just help out? Well, can we get an introduction to the Ethos then? Oh yes, please excuse my rudeness. I didn't know you saved my sister. Let me contact the medical department at my headquarters. I have other matters I must attend to, considering I'm not only a priest, but also an Etone, so I cannot make any promises. Then you'll introduce us? Yes, let's stop by the Ethos headquarters after this. A priest and an Etone at the same time. Isn't that unusual? The Ethos is obviously very different from my Nissan sect. Your Nissan sect? Are you from Nissan? Yep, I am Margaret. Nice to meet you, Father. The pleasure is mine. Never had a proper chance to speak to others about their religion. Can we talk later? Sure, that's fine. But I can't take that much time. I'm a little busy now. Thank you. Margaret, where have I heard that name before? Forget about it. Relax. I came here to talk to the Ethos. Let's get moving. What an impolite fellow. You should learn how to speak a little more politely. Why, you? Well, everyone, I'll go to the Ethos headquarters I'll go tell the Ethos headquarters that you're coming. When you've taken care of your business, please come by the Ethos. I know, let's go. Hey Billy, I have some business to take care of. If you're going back to the headquarters, can you take Premier back to the Brat house for me? Alright, let's go, Prim. Alright, well, I've got to get going. Later, Hugo. I know I'll be seeing you around. Oh, who knows? Well, whatever. See you ladies later. Huh. He seems like a nice guy. He never changes. Sigurd said he would be done with the Yggdrasil soon. What, really? Alright, this time we can really leave port. Are we returning to Avere? Are you kidding? We got to take care of Faye first. That smart aleck kid said he'd introduce us to the Ethos, so I guess we'll just have to go to the Ethos headquarters then. Thank you. Why do I have to get thanked by you? That's right, Ellie. Yes, you're right. Oh, we're doing it for Faye. Okay, so now if we go to the screw elevator, and we want to be heading towards the dock, I believe, we should be able to depart on the Yggdrasil. And this is where something gets really interesting. You see, Ellie's pretty powerful with ether as it is, but not ridiculously powerful. We're about to change that. And you may be wondering, how are we going to change that? Yeah, but we're going to go to the Ethos headquarters to look at north of the Thames. Let's hurry up and take Faye there. That reminds me, Margie says that she has something to talk to you about. We're currently anchored at the Thames. We are going to leave. We're going to leave, but we're going to come back on the ship later. Yep, let me show you our reborn vessel's improved performance. So this is all well and good. But we can now go around freely. And we actually want to do that. Because this ship can not only go by sea, but by sand. Where there are beaches, it can go onto the sand. And our destination is back on the lands we've been before. So we're going to quickly make our way there. There's a lot of things around that we'll see. But we don't really need to deal with that. Firstly, in our special options, we have aeroids, which attack all enemies. Which is not just group, all, not just an area, all enemies. So it attacks both of these. So I'm going to show this off. And that deals like 2400 to both enemies, so it's very powerful. And worthy of note. We get some extra armor, but that's not too important. It's cheap. We're going to get into a fair few fights on our way to our actual destination. There's a building there, but that's not too important right now. Actually, the destination is on the south side of the continent, like the big main continent that we came from first. We're going to go up on the sand into Avir. But there's a lot of enemies in our way. These guys are just another nuisance. And they're going to attack us. And deal very little amounts of damage. Or no damage at all. I believe that the aeroids will do even more damage to these guys, I think, than the other guys that we just fought. Now it's about the same, but it's a very effective way of dealing with enemies, though it does burn a lot of fuel. What's good to know is that while you're at sea like this, you don't really have to worry about burning fuel too much. Because if you want to, press box, and you can go into the Yggdrasil. And if we go to our gears, it's refueled. So we don't have to worry about a thing. Since we're here, we may as well go talk to Margie since she wanted to talk to us. But there's still that thing that I want to show off that we can go and get from somewhere, yeah. In fact, we're going to Nissan. Even though we story-wise not gonna have any purpose to be there, but I think, does Margie actually have anything to say? I'm glad we've met up with such nice people. Anyway, I'd better hurry and get back to my church. I'm not good enough to fight with Bart and his comrades, but I can be a manager. Let me know when you want to change party members. So we can change party members here. And it shows us all the party members we have. However, we cannot change Faye out. We cannot change Ellie out either, but we cannot put Faye in. Because, you know, he's unconscious and all that jazz. So that's fine. But anyway, if there's another thing I want to show off. If we go to the infirmary, Faye's here. Oh no. And the doctor says, Faye, is he alright? Who do you want away? As good. Okay, Ellie's the perfect weight for her. I'm not sure that's actually true, because I think she's very small if her weight is to be the main thing that we look at. She's very small. Well, then again, how much does she weigh? You shouldn't ask a woman this. 92 pounds. That's not very big at all. Anyway, we want to keep going to the destination that I have in mind. Because, well, simply put, it's going to take a little bit to get there. But at least we don't have to worry about fuel. Yeah. Shall we launch? Yeah, let's go. Because we want to just get going. Even though we're probably going to run into some land soon that's going to block our way. Right there. Let's not worry about what's on that land for now, because there's nothing there. As far as we're concerned, there's nothing there. And it's a straight shot to where we're going. Because the only way actually up onto Avir and the Avir area continent is, or at least for now. Oh wait, he's going first. Wow. Maybe I'll just use an ether attack. She's still only in that area with those. This should deal like 1,000 damage. Just about, yeah. Anyway, the point is... The point of what I was saying is we don't have to worry about burning fuel or anything. Because we have the ability to just refuel whenever we want since we're on the Yggdrasil. And there's only one way up onto the main continent. And that's on the south side. If we were to get an airship later, that may not be a problem, but I don't know if you get an airship in this game. You might not. Now, hopefully if you do, it gets rid of ocean, and you don't have any ocean encounters. Though a game with an airship that does have an aerial encounter is in Final Fantasy VI, I think it is? Yeah, 6. You can encounter like one of the big bosses, I think it's Deathwing? In the sky? Yeah. Well, somewhere along this coast is a way up. I think it's pretty close to, I think we're actually, it's right over here, I think. Ah, there we go, there it is. One encounter and we're in sight. They airwalk. That's not cool. Airwalking is not cool. Charge, and I'm just gonna use the aeroids. It's quicker. Well, yeah, it is quicker. It's just one attack. It's got a fancier animation, but it's just one attack. And it easily deals with them, dealing a hell of a lot of damage. And Bart gains level, so that's all fine and good. But in case you were wondering if you could, like, a lot of the story might imply that you shouldn't go back here yet. There's nothing really stopping you, and there's no real consequence for coming back here. Nothing bad happens. Nothing particularly good happens either, but nothing bad happens. But our destination is Nissan. Or at least, for what I'm doing it is. We don't actually have to go there, and we're not actually going to progress story-wise if we do. Or at least, as long as we don't do anything ridiculous, we're not going to progress story-wise, I don't think. I'm pretty sure you can't sequence break this. If we take the road to Nissan, we should be able to... Or Nissan. It's a car dealership. We're going to a car dealership, that's what's happening. I didn't even realize that it actually said that for the longest time. I was reading it as Nissan, as in Big Brother. Which is... I was doing it because it was silly. But I failed to realize the other joke that was in there. Oh, I am a bit thick sometimes. Anyway, now that we're in the underground dock here, or the hidden dock here, what's it called? Secret dock. Secret dock. We're going specifically to an item shop. I think there's only one really good item shop here. This one. And there's still that guy there, huh? But if we talk to this lady, the town has gotten lonely. No, 7. I won't close up shop. looking for... We want accessories. Because there's an item here that I've wanted for some time. And it costs 38,000 gold. The Ether Doubler. It's really powerful, and we have a powerful Ether user. You use 2 times the EP to do 2 times the effect. We're gonna buy one. And we're going to equip it to who do you think? Of course we're going to equip it to Ellie. And I'm going to give up some defense for it. Or should I give... Nah, I'll put on the metal helmet again. I'll give up 2 ether for it. So we're effectively striking with something like 70 ether. Which is far more than we should have. To give you an idea of... Let's actually do an example out in the field of what this does. I'm going to take this item off. I'm going to go out into the field, take this item off, and show you how much damage Ellie does to... we'll find some either forest elves or dwarves. I'm actually going to go to this and remove it altogether so that her ether stat doesn't change. And if we run over here, what do we encounter? Hopefully it's a repeat. Let's not do it against this. Let's not. I do want to show the difference that this makes. I also want to find out how much of a difference it makes in a gear, because it may or may not actually influence a gear. If we go around this forest a bit, we should encounter something. Come on, eventually. Give me forest elves. Okay, forest elves. I will remove one with Etone. Even though I don't really need to do that. And I will remove one with... But we can use Astral, which we haven't seen before. Which is pretty cool. And we hear Ellie getting hit a bunch, but not for much. Etone only gets it for free, but... Okay, what I want to show off is just Amino Bolt against these. It deals 135 damage, so it's not a lot. I probably shouldn't have even done that, I should probably just done a few hits. But the point is, it doesn't deal all that much damage. It's okay, it's like... It's better than her physical attacks, but it's not that great. I'm just gonna do a bunch of box hits, that should kill this. Or not. That should kill it. But what I also want to show off is how there's a big difference between it with and without the Ether Doubler. And you're going to see that. Although it is good to know that she can actually damage a lot of enemies at the same time as well. If we go here and go to Ether Doubler, put on the Ether Doubler, you're going to get an interesting result. So it has 2 times the effect, right? So 135 damage. So it should deal 270, right? Well, hopefully we've got some forest elves in this encounter. Yep, 4 forest elves again. Killed one. Have we killed 2? No, I didn't kill that one. Whoops, my bad. Ah well. We're just gonna get hit a bunch, but I'm just trying to make a point here. To show off the effects of this item. Okay, so she now will use double the EP. So her area of effects will consume a lot of EP, but they will have a hell of an effect. Let's just try out a Mina Bolt on this guy. 311, that's a little more than double. So it's made her pretty viable on ground now, when she wasn't before. And here's the thing. If we just consider something like this, she wasn't actually dealing too much worse than that, but apart from the fact that the others are a heck of a lot stronger in terms of that stuff. But now she can deal damage that's getting close onto their, well, these sorts of moves without using her own. And the thing is, she also can take advantage of elemental weaknesses, and she can hit large groups. So that's good. Now the one thing we have to find out is, does this affect gears? Because I don't actually know that. So let's go find out. We'll at least have one encounter at sea, and then we'll know. And I think that's how we'll end this episode off. By finding out something to give, because at this point we're actually playing blind. Well, sort of blind. Mostly blind, kind of blind. Yeah, Ethos headquarters is located north of the tent frames. Right, I didn't hurry, did I? I should have hurried, but I wanted the ether doubler because it's basically necessary for... I didn't want to get out. It's basically necessary for Ellie to be useful to the party on ground. She's very useful in her gear. We've proven that already. Now the big question is, did we just empower her gear even more? We'll find out. If we haven't, it's not a big deal, but if we have, well, you could see the kind of implications that has. We'll just go this way. I'm sure this will lead us to where we're going. Hey, we may even make it to the Ethos headquarters by the end of the episode. Because it's that top dot of those 4 dots in the bottom left corner. Are you kidding me? I'm almost there. I am almost there. Ah, here we go. So, she was dealing roughly 1,000 damage to these before. Are her ether attacks still costing double? That's the question. And Etone's taking a fair bit of damage, but he's not the best armored. I'll have him just punch this thing. Yeah, that'll do. Ether machine. Yeah, she is doing... She is burning as much fuel as it says. So let's find out. Does this deal like 2,000 damage? Yep. So, as you can see, very worthwhile. I'm actually going to charge because I want to check one more thing. Does this double the expense of her aeroids? And does it empower them? Because they are ether based. I mean, she'll kill them either way with her aeroids, but... I mean, if it deals over 4,000 damage, we know that it's been powered up. But it may just be actual ether attacks. No, it empowered the aeroids as well. Well, blow my balls off and call me Sally. That kind of made sense, blow my balls off and call me Sally. And we got a response circuit, that's nice. But as you can see, what I just did was very worthwhile. I turned Ellie into a powerhouse. I don't know if that's in a figurative sense or a literal sense. But it seems we're just about here. There's the Ethos headquarters right there. Well, we're gonna land, and I'm gonna call it for this episode. Mine's been acting enough, you've had a good time, and good night or something like that. Anyway, next time we'll venture into the Ethos headquarters. See you there.